Parkinson's disease, often abbreviated PD, is a neurodegenerative disease that's classically considered a motor disease, but impacts the sensory and the cognitive systems as well. PD occurs when neurons in the brain die, either via narcosis, which is unplanned cell death, or apoptosis, which is programmed or planned cell death. Both of which cause a decrease in dopamine, which is a neurotransmitter that's responsible for sending signals to other nerve cells. One of the most common early symptoms of PD patients is difficulty in speech. Reduction of dopamine affects the movement of muscles, including that of vocal folds, and that is the main reason for the difficulty in speech. The voice of the patients gets softer, breathy, slurred, and often mumbled. The speech properties are taken as the key to the study to detect PD at early stages so that proper medical intervention can be administered for better outcome of the treatment and health in general for a PD patient. Currently, diagnosis of Parkinson's disease is very expensive, and is usually not diagnosed in stage 1. On top of that, according to a study by Hughes and Associates, PD diagnosis is inaccurate a shocking 25% of the time, affecting Parkinson's patients and the economy greatly. PD patients lose dopamine in large numbers as time progresses, and diagnosing this later will also have a detrimental effect on PD patients. These problems with diagnosis also cost the federal government $25 billion. The total cost of this to families and the government combined is a whopping $52 billion. Now let's introduce QALYS, which is short for Quality Adjusted Life Years. 0 QALYS represents the worst health state possible, while 1 represents perfect health, according to a research paper published in the National Center for Biotechnology Information. PD patients diagnosed in stages 2 and 3 could gain an average of 0.1813 and 0.8875 QALYS respectively if they were detected in stage 1. Further, the average QALYS gain over all stages, if detected in stage 1, is 0.3285. The early stage diagnosis of PD patients could save 6890 QALYS, which corresponds to around $689 million US. This data shows that if the project is successful, then it will lead to huge gains in society. In this study, machine learning algorithms, specifically a logistic regression classifier, an artificial neural network, and a support vector machine are trained for early detection of Parkinson's disease from a voice sample. From the input voice sample, 2 all-encompassing voice-based statistical measures, pitch period entropy and spread 1, were used. Pitch period entropy has 2 main advantages over other similar measures. Firstly, conventional metrics could not distinguish between healthy pitch variation and dysphonic pitch variation. Secondly, a metric was needed that would not significantly be affected by the intensity of the pitch. Similar to PPE, spread 1 is another non-linear measure of fundamental frequency variation. These features are taken as input to my machine learning model and used to detect early if a patient has Parkinson's or not. This model was tested, and an F2 score of 0.93 was achieved, which exceeds many traditional diagnosis tools. This system thus has the potential to revolutionize the diagnosis of Parkinson's disease and thus save valuable dopamine and increase the quality of life of PD patients. Thank you.